Hello, fellow Pokemon trainers. Slakn here, and today we're going to be talking about shiny hunting. More specifically, shiny hunting early game. And one cool thing about Pokemon Sword and Shield is that you actually can shiny hunt early game pretty effectively with the new method, which we're going to be talking about in a moment here. Yeah, and who doesn't want to run through the first playthrough of their game with a beautiful, shiny new Pokemon, right? Speaking of which, we actually have a shiny Choodle right here. And unfortunately, I was just messing around with the new method, and I wasn't recording when I caught this bad boy, but, you know, check it out. You can, in this game, I actually am... right at the beginning, I just got, in this file, I just got my Pokedex. So, yeah, as you can see, you know, level 8, look at my, my Soble's only level 13. So, as you can see, you can actually get shiny Pokemon pretty early on in this game. You know, obviously you always could, but the shiny hunting method is pretty easy to do early game, basically, and I'm going to explain all that to you right now. Data miners have been very hard at work already, and there are multiple ways to improve shiny odds in this game, and we're going to talk about all of them right now. So the first one is the shiny charm. I mean, who doesn't know about the shiny charm, right? It's been around for ages, since, I don't even know, what, Gen 3 maybe? And as with other games, what the shiny charm does is increases your odds from 1 in 4,000, what is it, 1 in 4,096 to 1 in 1,365 about, which is what it's always done, and it seems like it's going to continue to do that in this game. We're not going to really be talking about that because that's for later game, and we're talking early game here. Now, 2, the number of battles you've had with a particular Pokemon, and they say number of battles, but in reality, I believe it's the number of times you've fainted the Pokemon, which counts it. And also, keep in mind here that we are super early into this game's life. Today's Sunday, it dropped on Friday, so in the next coming days is when we're really going to find out a lot more information, and I'm going to continue to make videos and update you as soon as everything's super solid. But this information we have here is pretty good, and as you can see with my Choodle, it works. So yeah, number of battles with a particular Pokemon. So basically all this means is that you want to, whatever Pokemon you're going for, you want to faint it a bunch of times, which it all works out, as you'll see towards the end of this, that you can do it. You're doing it all at once, so it's actually kind of perfect. Basically, if I want to go for Rookidee, I want to keep battling Rookidees and keep fainting them over and over, which, you know, funny enough, is how you shiny hunt anyways, how you chain, so that works out. You know, one thing to mention here is that the number of battles with a particular Pokemon does not affect the odds as much as the next thing we're going to talk about, which is the chain. Now, this is every Pokemon game, there's a new way to shiny hunt, a new method, and this is the big one with Sword and Shield. Last gen, it was the SOS battles, where the Pokemon called in an ally, and you chained off that. And this one, it's kind of back to the roots of just chaining a Pokemon. And what I mean by a chain is, if we're going for Rookidee here, we're going to go into the battle. You see a nice wild Rookidee. Now we'll check this out. Oh, clean. See, look at that clean animation. I really like the coming out of the Pokeball shiny animation in this game. And we are going to water gun here. It's not my strongest Pokemon, but I wanted to use our shiny Choodle here in this video. Man, is anyone else just loving the way this game looks? I just love it. I really do. I know there's been, you know, a lot of debate about it, but in all honesty, I love it. 19. Okay, so now we just fainted a Rookidee. So, according to the data miners, I have a chain of 1 right now, and there's another one. So now, I'm going to get into another battle with 1. And when I knock this Rookidee out, I'm going to be at chain at 2. Simple, right? So, the way this works is, at a chain, oh man, so clean. At a chain of 0 to 3, you get no buff to your shiny odds. At a chain of 3 to 7, you get a 2% buff. 7 to 15, 5%. 15 to 25 is a 10% buff. 25 and above is a 25% buff. and this isn't just 25% straight to your odds. According to the data miners, it's basically chances for extra rolls. It's a little confusing, but here, let's knock this guy out. But the best way to explain it is, if you want to get a shiny Pokemon early game, all you have to do is continue fainting the same Pokemon over and over. You want to get a total of 500 feints on one Pokemon, but you also need to have a chain of 25. Now, the difference between the two is the number of battles with a Pokemon. That happens the whole game. If you've killed 20 Rookies by the time you're here, you have 20 on the board always, no matter what. But a chain can be broken. That's how it always is in every Pokemon game. We do not have enough information yet to know what breaks your chain in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, in other games, I could run into... We're just going to continue the Rookies here. I could run into that Lulu there and just run away. And it would not break my chain. But if I killed it, it would break the chain. It would break my Rookies chain and start, one count on a Lulu chain. And also, in other games, you used to be able to catch the Pokemon, and it would continue the chain too. We don't know. We don't know exactly enough information, but what I can tell you is if you want a shiny Pokemon, all you have to do, and what I'm going to tell you is the safest way to do it. What you want to do, find a route, find the Pokemon you want to go for, and just keep running into it in the overworld, and fainting it. Try your hardest to avoid any other Pokemon, and always feint the Pokemon that you're going for. If you accidentally run into a Lulu, make sure you run away. It may or may not have broken your chain. I would assume it doesn't break your chain. It's funny. Oh man, I just did what I said I wouldn't do. But I'm just gonna run away from this mon. That's what you should do if you accidentally run into a different Pokemon that you're not chaining. Oh, that's bag, not really. Level 6. Now, the fourth method, or the fourth method, I guess, to increase the odds of finding a shiny. It's a little different than what we're talking about here, but it is, as always, the Masuda method. Now, I think I'll make a lot of people already know about the Masuda method. It's been around forever. According to the data miners, it is still in this game. Excuse me. And it's one of the best ways to get shiny Pokemon, honestly. It involves breeding with a Pokemon, one Pokemon from your game or whatever, and one Pokemon from a different region. The Masuda method is very interesting, and I'm just going to give a quick thing about it, and it's because no one really 100% understands it. They do and they don't. It's weird, but I do know that it increases if you have... It increases your odds when you're breeding to like 1 in 512, I think it is. And I don't remember if it's with the shiny charm or it might even be lower with the shiny charm, but either way, it's a great method. Maybe I'll make a separate video on it in case you guys don't know about it yet. But there's a lot of debate about it, but the safest way to do it is to just get a Ditto, like a Japanese Ditto or a Ditto from a different country. You can do that on Reddit, Pokemon trades. You can do it right on in-game. A lot of people are always wanting to trade Dittos for foreign Dittos so they can do this. And yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go too into the Masuda method. This video, getting a shiny Pokemon early game in Pokemon Sword and Shield is all about the other two methods I was talking about. The number of battles with a particular Pokemon. Ideally you want to get to 500. I know that's a lot, but in reality, the number of battles with a particular Pokemon, if the data mining information is correct right now, it's negligible, the amount difference that you get from fainting 500 Pokemon, but it is there. It does affect the odds, and maybe we'll find out it affects it more than we're thinking right now. But you still want to do it, obviously, and the funniest thing is that you're doing it anyways when you chain, and that brings us to the other thing, the chain. So you just keep running into the same Pokemon that you're going for and keep fainting them. There's Rookity again. Hopefully I didn't break my chain by running into the Squirrel Boy. So quick recap. find the train, find the, look at that animation. Find a Pokemon you want to go for on an early route, and keep running into it and keep fainting it. That's all you gotta do. And to be as safe as possible, always avoid every other Pokemon and on the route. And if you accidentally run into one, make sure you run and you do not fight it, you do not battle it. And yeah, so it's very simple. It all breaks down to that. You want to get a chain of 25 to get the full amount of buffs to your odds. So yeah, 25 and over, and you're at the most you can get. Like I said, check out Choodle. He's shiny. He's a shiny boy. Rookity wants to learn home calls. I guess we'll forget and move for that. And while I'm doing this, I will give you another couple little bits of information regarding shiny Pokemon in Sword and Shield. 1. The starters are shiny locked in the beginning. I'll say that again. The starters are shiny locked in the beginning. Now, I'm sure as a lot of people know, tons of shiny hunters, tons of Pokemon fans, they always want a soft reset to get a shiny starter in a new game. Now, it's kind of funny that Game Freak did this. They took that out. You can't get a shiny in the beginning. The only way to get a shiny starter is to breed it, and the only way to get better odds with that is with the Masuda method. So yeah, so the starters are locked. If you're soft resetting, which they're if you're soft resetting, then stop it because they're locked. 2, in the wild area, there are Pokemon that are too high level for you to catch, and that sounds crazy because if you run into a shiny, you're like, what the hell, dude? Can't even catch this thing? In reality, the game's coding makes it so that you cannot, the game cannot make that Pokemon shiny. So you have nothing to worry about there. They won't be shiny. If you can't catch it, it won't be shiny, which is really cool that they did that, because that would have been horrible if you run into a shiny Pokemon that you can't catch. That would be horrible. I've said it before, regular odds without any of these buffs are 1 in 4,096, but interestingly enough, in this game, every time you faint one of these guys, your odds go up a tiny bit. So you never really, once you battle one of them, you're never really at full odds. And then this is a big one. Big one here is that Pokemon are not shiny in the overworld. So this Rookity, he could be shiny right here. I wouldn't know until I run into it. So you have to run into the Pokemon. They are not shiny in the overworld. They are only shiny once you jump in. And see that little animation that I've been talking about so much right there for my Choodle? That is what you'll see. Obviously it'll be a different color, but if you're not familiar with the Pokemon, you're gonna see those sparkles, and they're pretty big in this game. Like pretty easy not to miss those things. Yeah. So I think that's it. I think I've covered everything so far. One more little recap. You want to get complete full odds. In this game, you want to faint a Pokemon 500 times, chain it to 25, and obviously get the shiny charm will also increase it. But early game, the other two that I've talked about will get you a shiny Pokemon, and I'm actually going to continue going after these Rookities for a while, and I'll probably record it, and yeah, I'll put up another video of me getting a shiny Rookity soon. Alright, thanks for watching, and love you guys.